Hi, this is Mark, and I am on California Avenue down in Palo Alto. And it's a really warm, sunny day. And I thought I'm going to do the reading here. I'm about to head to the train and to head back to San Francisco. But I thought I'm going to do the reading from the Golden Present Daily Inspirational Readings by Sri Swami Satchidananda. And I liked this composition, so here it is for October 26th. You don't have to feel guilty. This is a question and answer. How can I know when to serve others and when it is best for me to say no without guilt? Swami Satchidananda has this to say. You, yourself, should know how much you can give. You cannot give beyond your capacity. If you have done a lot of service that day, and if you are really tired, you should say no. Otherwise, you are saying no to your own body or mind. In the name of helping others, you should not put your body into a situation where it might get hurt. Your conscience will tell you if you are just finding an excuse. But if you really need the rest, then you can honestly say no. You don't have to feel guilty about it. Why should you feel guilty? Nobody expects you to go beyond your capacity. If you try to do something beyond your capacity, you might even make a mess of it. So, know your capacity, know your limitations. Then, offer your services. There's no need to feel guilty at all. If you feel guilty, then maybe you can do it, but you just don't want to. If your conscience is clear, you don't have to feel guilty. Ask advice from your own pure self. Your conscience is always clean. That's the part of God in you. It's what you call the guru within. It's not necessary to always get advice from someone outside. Big truck going by. The conscience is constantly giving us advice, but often we don't listen to it. We don't even want to listen. Someone else can only help you for a while. You should learn to ask that buddy within. Sometimes you might feel a conflict. I don't know which is the self and which is the ego. One says do it, the other says don't do it. In that case, go to someone who is capable of recognizing the difference. But ultimately, we have to develop the capacity to discriminate within ourselves. That is why meditation is so important. Until you become established in that, at least in meditation, you should be able to hear your own inner self. Well, that last part I think is the most significant for me to think about, and how important that's been for me and what I like to share about the meditation practice. It's to be able to start to hear that inner guide, that inner guru within you. And it's not exactly like, for me, I don't hear this inner guide telling me sentences like, okay, it's now time for you to go do this, and you should do this, and you shouldn't do that. It's sometimes that something like that happens, but it's more of a, now there's a big, more of this inner calm that I feel. And in that place of inner calm, I know when I'm in that place that I'll make some of my best choices and best thoughts come forward about what needs to happen. And I was just talking with somebody today about my last job at an event design company. And there were times, however, in the most intense, stressful situations that I was able to have a clear thought about what needed to happen. It's like all this stuff's going on at once, but you have to make a firm decision in the moment about what should happen. We either move this over here, we need to move it over here, we need to know right now. And somehow in those moments clarity could happen. I don't know if it's because of the practice of meditation or if it's just part of, something I can give credit to some other aspect of life, but I would say meditation has been a helpful tool in being able to have that clear knowingness come forward quickly in certain moments. So I like that part at the end about the meditation. And then in general here, this is about, being of service and when When are we doing it and it's actually harming us? Similar to yesterday's reading about codependence, if we're doing something for someone else and for others, but we are suffering, we aren't taking care of ourselves, that's not practicing ahimsa, the practice of no harm. We matter, so we still have to take care, and have to to keep the mindfulness of the practice also on ourselves, not just only on serving others. And sometimes I think it can go back and forth. There's been several readings about this where some people I think have it in their mind that it's more of the noble path when you completely just forget about yourself and you only think of others. And there's even readings that somewhat allude to that. So it can get a little confusing, but here he's saying your inner self will be able to distinguish. And if you're feeling guilty, it's probably because you know that you could do something about it. There's an inner knowingness, and you know that you're denying the ability to be able to serve out of some kind of apathy or laziness or lethargy, something that's happening where you're just like, I just don't feel like it. But then sometimes I don't feel like it coming from not knowing how to say I need to take a break. So that's why it's just this ongoing practice to learn and not judge and criticize ourselves or feel guilty, but to be able to really know, like, you know what, yes, I can do that, and you know what, no, I can't do that. I've done that with these readings at times when if I didn't get to do the reading in the day, I've gone back and forth through the months. There's been days where I felt really bad about it, so I've pushed myself to do the reading and to stay up late and post it, even though I'm a little delirious and need to go to sleep, but I'll just do it because I'm trying to, it's part of my service with this. And recent times I've let it go. And I felt like that's not being of service to myself if I'm straining to be able to make these happen. So slowly by slowly, little by little, I've learned some things about this, and I need to get them done as soon in the day as I can. I need to keep striving to get a day ahead on these, and do my best, and not to get all bent out of shape when things don't go the way that I want them to go. Just know, okay, there's tomorrow, but don't let that tomorrow keep going on where I'm like, well, there's next week. It's like, no, you got to try to keep it at least a day or so in relationship to what's happening, even though, I think I hear my train. I gotta go get ready for my train. All right, thanks for watching.